What's good, music world? I woke up this morning. I sound like the Nas song. I woke up this morning, looked on YouTube. I'm pretty sure that my friend was calling me because of that. He didn't send a goddamn text message, so I don't know. And I look and see that there is a new Kendrick record, a new diss record, dissing Drake. Now, with AI and everything being how it is, I'm like, I go to Twitter and see what's happening there. Go on Twitter and he is the #1 trend. And Drake is associated with it. So I'm just like, so it must be real. Media went back, listened to it. And to me, it's not as good as Euphoria. I put it in the same tier as TaylorMade, but I put it above TaylorMade, because this one, even though it still was a light tap, because I feel like Euphoria, as hard hitting as it wasn't as hard as I feel like Kendrick could have gone on that track. But this one, honestly, if you want to compare both tracks, if you want to compare them, Push-Ups against Euphoria, TaylorMade against 116 in LA, I would say Kendrick has the up and up on this. And here's why. TaylorMade itself, and I put it out there, was a track that was just made to troll. He does say some things up in there, but it's more of like pushing him along. Like pushing, this and that. Like, come on, man. Like, you started this, bring it out. Come on. Keep it coming, pause. But in this one, I mean, Kendrick, in a sense, is kind of doing the same thing, but he's touching on different things. It's like he's instead of just nudging him along, he's doing that while, critiquing him. Talking about him hiding behind like Wi-Fi, him hiding behind social media and stuff. That's one thing that Drake has been doing. Every time something drops, he put like a story or a post or something about it and don't really like say too much. And then he's talking about how he's bullying academics or whatnot, talking about like he's a good person and that's gonna make good people go to bed. And so he touches on that, and then he touches on like just the people around him, talking about not everybody around you is loyal. So he's more than likely saying something that he got some information from people that's inside of OVO camp. So that's very interesting. And I'm gonna get to the negatives. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to the negative. Like I said, even though I'm in Team Kendrick, I still am going to give out my negatives. But also he's talking about how Drake is putting out money, of course, to try and get dirt on Kendrick. And he's telling him, like, you putting money, it was cool until you started putting money out there in the streets. And then now you're losing money because I'm living a boring life because you can't find shit. And I'm just like, this is crazy, the path that he's going to do what he's trying to do. And it's like, I'm looking at like Drake in the sense of like, I don't know what this guy is doing, because Drake, one of the criticisms I put out on Push-Ups was mainly that he was just talking about surface level stuff. He wasn't really getting to the nitty gritty. And like I said, fuck all the shit that he was talking about several other people. It's like he had the option to go strictly at Kendrick and say meaningful shit. And with both Kendrick stuff, he had some good and bad with it, but at the end of the day, he's saying some meaningful stuff. Like, Kendrick is going like strategically at attacking this man's character, and he's attacking what he's doing. Especially, like I said in my review for Euphoria, he is trying all these tactics to take Kendrick down, and Kendrick is basically saying it's not going to work. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, you can do all you want, but whatever. And it's like, looking at everything that Drake is doing, he's calling all of that out. He's putting it out there in the open. He's letting people know that he don't have good people around him, letting Drake know, like, you better check the people that's around you. You better just stop putting money in the streets, because you're not going to find shit about me because I live a boring life. I don't put my life out there like you do. And just talking about all this stuff. So I'm just like, he's going at it from a different aspect. And if Drake wants to survive this onslaught, he's going to need to do the same stuff. He's going to need to listen to Pimp a Butterfly. He's going to have to listen to all these different albums and everything to try and figure out, how can I take this man down? How can I go at this man's life and do some damage? Drake, he's going to have to reevaluate how he's going to have to go after this person, because it's not going to be easy. With going into this, like, I know, and what a lot of people know, is that Kendrick, he's not out there in the open with his life. So it's certain people, and I even said it, certain people in the industry that's really easy to like dissect, and there's other people that you have to work a little bit harder. You have to think a little bit creatively on how you're going to do this. And I'm not saying no one is untouchable. Eminem, Kendrick, no one is untouchable. It's just certain people, you just gonna have to move a certain type of way to get across a certain message. And right now, that's what Drake is going against. And I will keep my thoughts. I can't even think about it. I'll keep my thoughts about it. I feel like Kendrick is still up, because if you want to place 616. Well, 616. Thinking about Marvel. If you want to put 616 in LA as well as Euphoria against Push-Ups and Taylor Made Freestyle, Kendrick is up. He's up. Like, and I just gave you my reasons. Even though like Taylor Made was a good record, I did like that. I love the creativity. I love what Drake was trying to do with it, even though it backfired on him. I still liked it, and I still believe that Kendrick is up right now as far as the battle goes. I don't know, a lot of these Drake stans are going to be like, oh no, that was garbage. And like, no, he even took the title from what Drake be doing, you know, doing a blank AM in whatever city that he's in or whatnot, and he took that and he's using that against them. And I don't know, man. And I'm hearing about all this stuff about how Drake is like got something. I guess he was, the rumor was that he was supposed to drop this morning, but he didn't. Instead, Kendrick dropped. So it's like, yeah, instead of Drake, yeah, we got another Kendrick record. But in any case, I'm not gonna talk y'all ears off about this. Not gonna make this too long. But I really like the record. Like I said, it wasn't as good as Euphoria, but what he was saying up in there was really good. I'm glad that he went straight rapping. Even though he was rapping up in Euphoria, like I said, it was more stylistic. This one was more of like he's getting to the rap, he's getting to the bars. But I have yet to really hear Kendrick go visceral. I want to hear not only Kendrick, I want to hear Drake and Kendrick both go visceral on each other. I want them to like literally do some shit, say some bars that's gonna make people be like, yo, that's gonna make people look at Drake differently as an MC. Or I ain't gonna say an MC, he doesn't write his own shit. As a rapper, I want people to look at Kendrick differently after this, as a rapper, as an artist, as an MC, and just have a new perspective on them as rappers. I want to see that. So I'll say we're still kind of like in the in-between. This, I would say this ain't even round two. Round two is when Drake drops and then Kendrick's respond. But other than that, I feel like round two needs to be a little bit more hard-hitting from both gentlemen if they want to step it up from round one. We already got all this out the way of like, oh yeah, I got more to say. I'm gonna say it without saying it. And that's one of the critiques I'll have about this is that he's still basically saying that like, oh, like I'm saying something without saying something. I'm alluding, I'm hinting towards something, but I'm not gonna say it like how I want to say it. Like, that's the thing I don't like. If you got something to say it. Don't say everything all at once, because you want to say some stuff for later shit. But you know, if you got something to say it. Don't hint, don't allude toward it. Just go ahead and say it. So that was like one of my critiques about it. But other than that, I really fucking like the record. And Drake, I was gonna put out the video talking about like, is there even a clock still? Because people are working on their own time. And I feel there's no specific clock, but I feel like Drake still needs to respond within this coming week. He's gonna need to respond by Friday. If he hasn't responded by Friday, then I feel like, I don't know. I mean, he needs time to cook, so give him cook so we can get something good out of him. But I feel like he needs to put down something sooner rather than later, because with this record dropping today, it's starting to get good, and they need to keep the momentum going, because I think this is really getting the industry riled up. We're looking at another another Nas versus Jay. When that came out, they got the whole industry riled up, but now this got everybody riled up. Everybody wants to be. Motherfuckers calling the baby, want to do a fake beef. Game is thirsty to diss somebody. You know, everybody wants to show their skill. Everybody wants to show that they that MC. Especially with the third spot open, and J. Cole pulling out of the top three. There's a spot open. So who's gonna take that? But in any case, like, we're living in a historical time when it comes to Kendrick and Drake, and these two brothers have to feel privileged to be those two that's doing that, because I don't know who else is gonna be at this level as far as the anticipation when it comes to the diss records. But man, this is historic. This is Jay versus Nas, Biggie versus Pac. This is that shit. So man, let's make round two good, man. That's all I'm asking. Let's make round two good. But with that has been my review of 616. I keep wanting to say different numbers. This is my review of 616 in LA by Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake. Diss number 2. And I hope you guys liked it. If you did, go ahead, give me a like, subscribe if you're not, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this. And I will catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, stay safe, and yeah, man, round 2. Drake, come with it. Because if you don't, that number 1 spot is slipping away.